knew that would be a problem.
Whoa, this inn is really full indeed.
I knew that would be a problem.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Really, how interesting.
Where did you pick that up then?
That's not what I heard.
It can't go on like this forever.
Someone's got to do the work.
She says she doesn't have any more money, but she still has 25 gold pieces, which is quite substantial for these people.
Someone's got to do the work.
So why won't they listen to me?
These are bad times.
It can't go on like this forever.
He can't keep anything to himself.
We can only wait and see.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Witnessed it myself.
I already thought as much.
Would you look at that? Looks like I found the right tower. Now hopefully there are some swords in here. Because I desperately need one weapon, a good one. Fine short sword. Okay, I'll take it. Fine short sword. Not bad. And I don't have enough strength. From what I can remember, Laris is in the harbor, so he might be able to train me. Key, Prosperous key. Now I wonder where this is used. Maybe he has some chests around here. Well, the key wasn't for this chest, so I wonder what it is for then. Maybe it's for one of the towers by some luck. Healing potions are always welcome. Basket? Basket. Herb tobacco. I'm not really a fan of smoking. Oh, there's another chest there. Nice. Leather satchel, nice.
Damn it. What do you want?
Nothing.
What are you up to? What are you sneaking around here for?
I'm not. I'm totally somewhere else. I still want to check that shelf. Another healing potion, look at that.
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I can't take care of everything.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Looks like Vatra sleeps here.
Hey! How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet. Only the bandits outside the city are causing us problems.
What do you know about the bandits?
They've all come from that blasted mining colony. But there are several splinter groups. Some are holed up in the mountains, and others have joined up with Ona, the landowner. But it's the bandits outside of town who cause the most problems. They're the reason that none of the merchants venture beyond the city gates now.
What do you know about the bandits who robbed Hakon the merchant?
Oh, that matter. Don't remind me. As far as we know, they're responsible for a lot of the attacks on merchants. Those rats have crawled into their holes and don't dare come out again. Once we were able to track them down and follow them, but we broke off pursuit in the woods outside the city. There's too many beasts roaming around there. It's much too dangerous. But there's one more thing. A few of the stolen goods have shown up in Corinnes.
This means that they know how they can smuggle the wares into town and sell them.
Yeah, we suspect they have a fence in the city, but we haven't been able to catch the guy yet. If you find out anything about the business, remember Lord Andre has posted a bounty for the fence.
Where did the bandits who had my wanted poster come from?
We picked them up near the landowner's place, but they didn't look like Onar's people. I think they're part of a smaller group which is holed up in the mountains near Onar's farm. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you, those cutthroats make short work of everyone.
I'll remember that.
Looks like people are starting to wake up.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Those look like spell scrolls.
Damn it! What do you want?
Everybody knows by now.
It's really shocking how poor these people are.
Smart kid. That's what I've always said.
My kid.
Wants to hear that. I didn't have enough.
That's not what I heard. Don't tell this to anyone.
Look at
I
that,
must be
Larry.
crazy. What are you doing here?
Looking for you, actually.
Hey, Laris, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Of course.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
And it works all right, too.
Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I can take the ornament there for you.
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I can't talk about that. Vatras would have my head.
Really? How interesting.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you thinking of?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I need a better weapon.
There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Have you tried the marketplace?
Everybody knows by now.
What about some better armor?
Mateo sells armor, but he'll probably charge you an arm and a leg for it. There is a way you could get it cheaper, though, if you don't mind pulling a fast one on the militia.
I
do you
certainly
mean?
don't mind.
There's a storage area next to Mateo's house, but all the merchandise has been confiscated by the militia. Go to Zurus at the marketplace and get yourself a sleeping spell. Then you send the guards off to Dreamland. I'm sure you'll find some decent armor among Mateo's stock.
I need some money.
Don't we all? Sorry, but I have none to give you. But Lamar, the moneylender, still owes me a favor. Go to him and borrow whatever money you need. I'll take care of the rest. You'll find Lamar in the Harbor District, where it borders on the lower part of town.
About those missing people. Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast. But not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from the town and the surroundings. Pretty random events, though. Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we finally stumble across a clue.
That's what I've always said.
Isn't this a case for the militia?
The militia is pretty useless if you ask me. They're never going to clear this up. The missing people have just vanished into thin air.
You don't say. That's gonna
I
be
must talk to the paladins by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
Everybody knows.
Do you know why the paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
The mages, obviously.
The fire magicians.
I bet Vatras didn't foresee that, or he wouldn't have sent you to me. Joining the monastery is expensive. Those boys won't even let you in unless you pay them a tribute. And the only one who could do anything about that is Vatras himself. You had better talk to him again about this.
Go away, don't tell me that.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
Really, how interesting.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But, unlike the paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Corinus. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water. So keep this to yourself.
Sure. I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me. But the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
What did you do to impress the water mages?
I protected them for a long time when we were still living with the barrier. And they have plenty of reason to be grateful to me.
What's it like to belong to the ring?
We are very different from the usual communities you can join here in Corinus. Once you're one of us, we're not going to ask anything of you that you are not ready to do. The only thing we truly require of you is to keep quiet. We work in secret and do not want to let outsiders know who our members are. We shall keep an eye on you. Everything else remains to be seen.
I see. Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
That's an open secret.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far. If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
How interesting.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
That's not what I heard.
What ship were you talking about?
That's not what I heard.
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here, but that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
Can't take care of everything all the time. It's gonna get even worse.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
Teach me something.
Don't say.
Come back once you have more experience.
I don't believe that.
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people, or someone else takes over my duties.
Can't keep anything to himself.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet. But you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties so that I can take the ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
That's what I've always said.
Alright, that was a very good talk.
These are big.
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what your plans are, there'll be plenty of time later. You're right in front of the Pearl of Corinus, the Red Lantern. This is the most beautiful brothel in all of Myrtana, damn it. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to spend a few nights in the Red Lantern. And now, it's you who has the chance, nay, the honor of spending a night with Nadia, the most passionate flower of the gods. Come on in, and you're going to experience what others cannot even dream of.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Sounds interesting.
Even worse.
Are you the one who runs this place?
I am Bromo, this is my house, and these are my girls. I like my girls. And if you like my girls too, then you'll pay for it, 50 gold pieces. And don't get the idea of making trouble here.
Who says things like that?
Are all your girls accounted for?
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over something like that?
I wasn't asking about your payroll. I mean, are they all present, or have any gone missing?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my girls has up and left. Her name's Lucia.
As if I didn't have.
I reported it to the militia too, but they claim they haven't found a trace of her yet.
Typical, isn't it?
Let's wait and see what happens.
How long has Lucia been missing?
Several days. I don't know exactly how long. I assume she ran off with one of her suitors, eh? That bitch made off with part of my savings, a really valuable golden dish, eh? If I get hold of her, I'll give her what for. So how is that any business of yours, huh? Do you want to have fun or not?
You mustn't believe
Don't
everything
tell this to
here.
anyone.
I'm not sure yet.
You don't have to ask me that.
That's terrible.
That's the first I've heard of it. It can't go on like this forever.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
It can't go on like this forever. You don't have to ask me that.
Hey, you!
I'm busy.
It's quite obvious.
Yeah, sweeping is a really busy thing.
Who says things like that?
Sonia.
I can't take it.
Hey, you!
Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
He can't keep anything to himself. That's not what I heard.
I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Hey!
Hey, I can take care of you now, baby.
How interesting.
Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
I just want to ask you a few questions about those missing people.
I could tell you a thing or two, but not here, honey.
Then let's go upstairs.
Fine, but you get it settled with Bromar first. I don't want any trouble.
Someone's gonna do the work. I will tell
I see a chest here. A lockpick, very nice. And a rapier.
I won't tell her.
Interesting. Well, I guess we are paying for some funsies. Gotta blow off some steam every once in a while, I guess.
Some problem solved, so.
Say. That's typical, isn't
That'll only cause more trouble.
I want to have some fun.
it? Own eyes.
Fine. You're not likely to forget the next few hours of your life anytime soon. Go upstairs with Nadia then. Have fun.
That's what I've always said.
I could've told you that.
You don't say.
We can only wait and see.
Let's go upstairs.
Today's your lucky day, baby. Let's go.
Hey!
Children, go to sleep.
So can we talk now?
We've got enough privacy up here. Bromar doesn't like to see us talk to guests during work if there's nothing in it for him. So you want to know more about the people who disappeared down here at the harbor, do you? I don't know whether I can help you much, but at least I can tell you what became of Lucia.
Tell me about Lucia.
Nobody here is too sorry that she's gone.
Why?
I don't think there was anyone here whom she didn't try to use. She was a real bitch.
Where did she disappear to?
She used to see a lot of Elveridge, the apprentice of Thorben, the carpenter from the lower part of town. I bet she's up and left with that young man.
Where could the two of them have gone?
If the wolves didn't need them, I suppose they went to stay with the farmers. Where else would they go?
What else do you know?
I've heard many stories about people who disappear down here at the harbor, but I'm not so sure whether I should believe them. You should have a chat with the merchants down here. That's all I can tell you, alas. Now, what about the two of us, sweetie? You paid for it after all. Wouldn't you like to have a little fun before you leave?
I guess I have no choice.
He had better shut up.
He simply talks too much.
A man gotta do
I won't
what a man gotta do.
Take care of everything for everybody.
Those are all just rumors.
Really? How interesting.
That's exactly what I
Go
said.
away, don't tell me that.
Hey, do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
You don't have to ask me that.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Corinus to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Some problems solve themselves.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Corinus lately. That is true.
You're an oddly suspicious fellow.
Show me your fish.
He actually sells fish. Or does he?
That would be a problem. Do you really think? That was quite obvious. You should have known that. I hardly know what to believe. I could have told you that before. I wouldn't have done that.
Got my own opinion about it.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Well, as expected, the people in the harbor are really dirt poor.
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
And there's more, believe me. That was obvious.
Hey. You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that? Can't you simply leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's got to fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
I shall see what I can do. Can you tell me something about the missing people?
My friend William started hanging out with a bunch of shady characters. And where did it get him? One day he simply didn't show up for work. And that's the last we saw of him.
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add. He should have stayed well away from that bunch.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely. His boat is still moored in the harbor.
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
He'll surface again.
I don't think so. He's been gone for too long already. I'm afraid that I'll be dragging his body from the sea at some point.
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Corinus. I only know the place where they met up with William. I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
Where exactly is that meeting place?
There's a bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
I think I've heard enough.
Spare yourself the effort. I don't believe you'll find him.
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
You're looking for the man who is selling weapons to the bandits?
Says who?
Says Vatras.
Oh, what do you know about it?
Not much, but I could find out more.
Ah, is that so?
Tell me, what do you know about the weapons dealer?
Listen, we know that an influential citizen in the upper quarter must be behind it. And some of the weapons are even supposed to have come from the militia's supplies. We still don't know exactly who's behind it. If you have enough guts to take on a group of at least 5 bandits, maybe you can find out.
What about the bandits?
We know that the bandits are currently blockading the roads that connect the farmers to the city. Besides that, I know that there must have been a weapons delivery in the last few days. Maybe some clues to uncover the weapons dealer could be found with the bandits.
What's up here then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here, so keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
Wow, cheerful fellow.
Can you sell me any of the paladin stuff?
You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the paladin's things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things going astray?
As long as the provisions master says that everything is right, no.
I see. Farum the fisherman has problems with the militia. The boys are constantly stealing from him.
And what do I have to do with it?
You have a certain amount of influence up here with the paladins. Farum needs your protection. He's willing to give you a part of his catch for it.
I see what you mean. Fish. As if I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Tell your pal he should come to me and tell me exactly what's up with the militia. I'll take care of it.
All the crates still there?
Don't touch anything or I'll call the watch. Got it?
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Fine short sword, the one that I have actually. And a whole bunch of other that I cannot use.
I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you think he can make the militia leave me alone?
At least that's what he said.
Great, thank you. I cannot give you much, but wait. I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Corinus. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
So, how are the fish biting?
I've seen better times. Too little to live on, too much to die.
Alrighty then. So I guess now we're going to the marketplace to find a replacement for Laris.
And he works all day,
If
too.
such a man can be found.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money, of course.
Lend me some money.
Sure, how much would you like? I charge 20%.
Someone's got to do the work.
200 gold coins.
That's a lot of money. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and the money too. Understand?
Myself.
Do you always throw your money at people like that?
Don't worry, you'll be back. Otherwise, I'll find you and kill you. It's that simple. You've got such a distinctive mug that it wouldn't take long for me to find you. So don't even think about playing around with me.
Well,
Anything
playing around with you was exactly what I was thinking about.
Wait a
And
minute.
what are you doing here? Definitely not donating money to you anymore. What is down here though? That's an interesting question. Wow, I ran out of lockpicks. And the worst part
I'll never get this open without the right key.
is that I don't know where to get more.
And the human slew the beast. And
Lares said that you could help me get into the monastery of the fire magicians.
Is that your choice? The way of the fire?
Yes, I want to become a fire magician.
As far as I know, they gladly accept novices in their monastery. So why would you need my help?
Lares mentioned that they demand a tribute before they let anyone into the monastery.
I cannot grant you entry into the monastery myself. I am a water mage, as you know, but I am very well acquainted with Darren, the fire magician. He spends most of his time in the marketplace, collecting alms for his church. But I have heard that he is not only in town to raise some funds. He told me about a statuette that was stolen from him. It was very important to him. He will surely allow you to enter the monastery if you can get it back for him. Of course, if you should decide to join the Circle of Fire, you can still become a member of the Ring. If you prove yourself worthy, that is.
Sounds good.
Someone's gotta do the work.
Hey, you! I heard rumors about a statuette you have supposedly lost.
Have you now? You can only have heard that from Batras, the water mage.
What's the problem?
A very valuable statuette has been sent to the monastery from the mainland, but it never arrived at the monastery.
Not what I heard.
Has the ship been raided?
No. It got to Corinus, safe and sound, and I went to collect it there. Then, when I was on my way to the monastery, a band of goblins got hold of it. Now, don't you look at me that way. We magicians are only human too, you know.
You are the weakest fire magician I've ever seen or heard of.
You said that the goblins have it now?
They stole it and made off into the underbrush with it. I never saw them again. They're probably holding up in some pit in the ground.
Uh-huh.
Didn't you try to get that statuette back?
Of course I didn't. I searched for it high and low, but to no avail.
Where was it that you lost that statuette?
I was on my way to the monastery near Orland's Tavern.
Really, how interesting.
I've heard enough. I'll find the thing for you.
May Enos guide you and protect you from the dangers that await you outside the city gates.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Oh boy, you're such a poser.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Show me your way.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
You're supposed to be selling sleeping scrolls.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
Yes, on both accounts.
Yeah, I caught him all right. He's gonna cool his heels in jail for a while.
What about my gold?
You don't say.
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Enos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
That's not what I heard.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back to my customers.
Why are you looking so doubtful?
I see that you bear the sign of the Ring of Water.
So, are you a member too?
What if I am?
Then I would tell you that Lares wants to be relieved from his post down at the harbor.
Fine. If that's so, I'll see to it that somebody deals with it.
I see.
He can't keep anything to himself.
That's what I've always said.
I don't believe that.
Hey, you. I have a proposition for you.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me, and a damned good one.
Can't keep anything to himself.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
You don't say.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
You, my friend, are going to be reported, and I imagine you're gonna go to prison. You scumbag.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
Good times. Trying to take advantage of an honest woman, that's what you get.
And it's gonna get even worse.
That's all just gossip. I'd have gone about it differently.
He should have known.
Hey! Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people, or some...
I have talked to Baltram. He will find someone to relieve you.
Ah, very good. Then we can finally leave here. You had better keep my aquamarine ring for now. I assume it will come in handy for you until you get your own.
Okay, let's...
Where?
Let us take Vatris's ornament back.
Then let's go. Follow me.
After you, Laris.
Someone's gonna do the work.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals.
You don't say.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Just hold on a minute.
And it works all day too. Ah, there you are again.
You don't say.
Canthar was trying to trick you and to get your booth for himself, but I've turned him over to the city guard.
Everybody knows by now.
Then you've made an enemy of a dangerous man. I've known the bastard for a long time, and he's always wanted my place for himself.
And he works all day too.
Take this weapon as a token of my gratitude.
He'd better shut up.
Thank you very much. Pirate Cutlass. Whoa, that's way beyond me. Get him, Laris. Nice. One shot.
Nothing there.
What a legend.
one less monster.
Nothing there.
around. Now that we're no longer in town and cannot be overheard, let me tell you a little more. We are now going to take this ornament that you brought me back to Satyrus. You remember Satyrus, don't you?
Oh, I think Satyrus remembers me as well.
Satyrus? Who's that?
He was the head of the water mages in the new camp, back in the Valley of Mines when the barrier was still around us all. Lee and I had made a pact with the water mages back then. Together, we were strong enough to hold up against the old camp. We lads from the former new camp still have good relations with the water mages. Even Lee will still protect the water mages against any danger today if it's within his power. To keep up the contact with the water mages, I'm in town most of the time, working together with Vatras. And this is the armor that is issued to each of us by the water mages. The members of the Ring of Water have been wearing such armor since before the Orc Wars.
What is Cavalorn's part in this? He wasn't a follower of the new camp as far as I know.
You are right. Our community has grown. Even I do not know how many there are by now. But let us move on. I want to get further away from the city. We can talk more about it later.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me.
One thing I know for sure, Satyrus will definitely not be happy to see me after that business of the ore mound.
Another one of those beasts.
Whoa, even mole rats are strong now. No. Help me. Seriously, help me. Thanks. To have fallen solo,
Nothing
I
to be
can't
had
even
there.
kill a mole rat. That's just sad.
I'll never get this open without the right key. A few lockpicks would be helpful.
Well, I got none left.
Nothing to plunder.
It looks like someone got robbed here.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Just look at that mess under the bridge over there. I haven't seen anything like it in my entire life. Those swine should be exterminated, I tell you.
Are you a citizen of the town?
Haven't been in ages, boy. There's no love lost between me and the corrupt swine in the upper quarter of Corinus. I used to have quite a bit of influence there, you know, but that was months ago.
What happened?
I was traveling with my helpers when those horrible brutes came jumping on my cart out of the blue and butchered everybody.
Who were those people?
The bandits. Who else? They took over the bridge up there. They rob everybody who tries to pass the bridge. I knew they were lurking up there, so I passed under the bridge instead. But my cart and my goods must have been too tempting for them. Those scumbags simply jumped from the bridge directly onto my... I should have tried to steal past in the night.
That stuff there under the bridge is yours?
The cart, the goods, everything.
Look, I collected some of your stuff for you.
You can keep it. None of it is really of any value. The only thing that's irreplaceable are the 3 stone tablets they stole from me.
Stone tablets?
The water mage in town wants to buy them from me, and I promised he'd get them. I must have them back at any cost, or my reputation will be tarnished.
What would a water mage want with them?
He said he was going to study them, and asked me to bring him more.
Where did you get those stone tablets?
I found them near old buildings, such as mausoleums or sometimes in caves. I've already sold a whole bunch of them to the water mages in town. They're pretty rare down here, though. I found most of them northeast of Corinus.
Why don't you simply go looking for new ones?
During that melee with the bandits, I sprained my ankle. I can still hobble along, but I don't want to walk very far on this foot.
I need information about a weapons delivery for the bandits.
Weapons delivery? Yes, I know about that. Some swine from the city sold them so many weapons that they could barely carry them all. Some of them are kept on the bridge where those bastards attacked me. The rest of them were probably hauled past Bengar's farm on the high pastures. Maybe the bandits wanted to take them across the path.
Where are those high pastures?
Orland's Tavern is located just about the center of the island of Corinus. It's called the Dead Harpy. There's a way south from there. It leads to the high pastures and the entrance to the pass to the Valley of Mines.
You managed to drive back the bandits?
Yes, but I'm sure they're still up there on the bridge.
Can you teach me how to hit hard like that?
Of course I can.
Show me how I can hit harder.
All right, but you'll owe me for that. Help me save my reputation, and then I can show you how to make better use of your strength in combat.
Alright, I'll try, but I can't take on bandits right now.
Are you still holding up?
That fellow over there has problems with bandits.
Too bad for him, but we don't have time for that now.
Teach me some.
Good. Your strength has increased.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me.
Okie doke, after you.